Why I looked at Stevenson in the first place was I got committed for volleyball. Julia, my best friend, she pushed me to play volleyball. I was reluctant at first. I kind of did not want to play. I didn't think that I could be good at sports. And then after I really got my first hit and I got that taste of, you could be good at this and you can get better, I realized I need to continue playing this sport. And in 8th grade year, I really learned that I set goals for myself to succeed. That was kind of the time that I learned, I'm a goal set person. If I set a goal, I want to reach it. That goal that year was to train hard enough that I could make varsity my freshman year.
So Kylie's been a part of our program for the last 7 years. She started in middle school, and she has been really, really involved throughout all 7 years. And we've had an opportunity of seeing her growth as a volleyball player, as a leader, and to the point where she's now the all-time kill leader for here at our school. She's one of our captains. It's been a joy of watching her grow up literally before our eyes as a volleyball player here at Mount Airy.
I hadn't played club ever before, so 8th grade year I started playing club. I initially tried out for Metro 14 North, did not make that team, and I tried out for Carroll Viper Volleyball Club, and I made that team that year. I played up on the 15s team, so it was more competitive, but it taught me a lot about my teammates and who I was playing with really, and who I was looking for in a team member.
Kylie is a really great encouragement to many of her teammates on there. She's really, really positive when we're doing well, but the thing that I've seen the most growth in, particularly over this last year, is that her positive spirit, even when things have gotten hard. She wants to win. That's her goal out there on the floor. But when we are struggling, when the going is getting tough, she is the one that's really helping uplift us to continue to go on and continue to strive, to continue to do our best, and that's been really valuable.
Freshman year, played here, and I made varsity. I made that goal for myself. I set it and I accomplished it, which was a huge thing for me. And then another goal I set for myself, since I didn't make Metro last year, was to make Metro this year. I made that goal and I set it and I accomplished it again. So I made that goal for myself and I made Metro 15 North. To my surprise, I did not play at all. I thought that since I made Metro 15 North, I would have a starting spot. I would be able to, hit the ball as much as I wanted to, and whatever, I really thought that I was gonna succeed. And I was definitely, had a bad taste in my mouth from that experience, just not being able to play. But I think God really brought me through that and was it's not something that you should look at as a bad experience, it's something that you should look at to grow from. I took that experience and I pushed myself even harder throughout my sophomore year to get a starting spot on that team. So when I started playing MACA volleyball in 10th grade year, made varsity again and continued on my season, continued growing my skills. But what was keeping me going was make 16 North, make the next level. When I went to go try out at Metro 16s, I was the first pick and they offered me a spot right then.
So she has worked her butt off to be where she's at, and her determination to be as good as she possibly can. It's been awesome to watch as a coach. Those are the types of players that you really desire to have on your team. And my favorite part for Kylie is that not only has she grown, not only has she gotten better, but she's invited the other players on that journey with her and has uplifted them to be the best possible players that they can be too.
The coach, Dave Trumbo, he's been probably one of the nicest coaches that I've ever met. And one thing that I was really concerned about was playing volleyball and doing nursing at the same time, because they're both heavy workloads. He made sure to tell me I've had multiple nursing students on my team and they have all graduated. You are no different. If anything, you're better and you can do this. And it kind of gave me peace, and that was one of the worries that I had, that one of the prayers that I had that was answered. This summer I was a lifeguard at Damascus Pool. There were a lot of like small incidents like cuts, scrapes, people running, nothing that was too extreme, nosebleeds, that kind of stuff, just normal things that happen at a pool or just in the summer generally. But it kind of made me realize, just taking care of people and calming them down and then providing the right care for them was really something that I was passionate about. I'd always been interested in nursing because my mom's a nurse and looking up to her, and I knew that I had a passion for taking care of people, but I think this summer lifeguarding kind of like locked it in for me that this is definitely the path that I want to go down, that God's leading me towards. And then during this year when I got the nurse's aide, I realized that working with kids was a huge part of why I loved it. I didn't realize that from the pool because you have so many different people walking in and out of the guard office. So I think kids is really where I wanted to focus, talking to them and how sweet they are and honestly how honest they are, because they will be straight up with you no matter what. Being with them is just something that I'm really passionate about, and both of those combined, I think that God's leading me towards a pediatric trauma, which is going to be challenging, but I think that I was made for that.
Kylie takes the bull by the horns and does not let go. She is one of the most tenacious individuals I have ever met in my entire life. And it was from the moment she walked into the health room. She came in the first day of school this year. There were 4 students. We had abrasions, we had a buckled knee, we had someone who had hit his head, and Kylie immediately goes into just complete zone. She just goes into the zone and starts taking care of these students. She is intuitive and her skill set is unparalleled. I would work with her any day of the week and twice on Sunday. She started taking care of the children, took over the room. I hadn't even gotten up yet from my desk and she already had kids bandaged and cleaned. It was amazing.
The groups that I was involved in, the organizations that are here, like National Honor Society and student government, throughout high school I've been involved in those, and that kind of helped me like grow as a person, like in my leadership skills, just providing for like the student body like in any way that they need for National Honor Society, cleaning up the lunchroom after that, or doing random service projects here and there when the school needs it, and then student government being the like speaking voice for the school, for the student body, and providing those ideas that they have to the faculty and the administration.
Student Government Association, Student Council is what we call it here, SCA. She's been very active in that through her time here at MACA, and now she is the president over the entire high school. And one of the things that I've seen from her this year in that leadership role is a sense of really encouraging others to serve, to contribute, to give, just let their voices be heard. The council has already worked on several things that they've been doing this year, projects, service projects, ideas for moving forward in terms of events coming up. I was just talking to another teacher about that in terms of suggestions that have been coming in. So she's been very active in that way, in just terms of doing what's best for MACA, but also trying to get as many other folks involved, hearing their voices, respecting them. I think any college or university or organization that has Kylie become part of what they do and who they are, I think they're immediately beneficiaries of all of those blessings. And I think she'll be an asset that will be incredible wherever she goes and whatever she does. So it's been a real pleasure to have her as a student and to be her teacher. It's really been an honor, and it's been interesting to watch her from a freshman and just grow through that process. And now I'm looking forward to seeing where she goes and what she does, and how God guides and directs in her life. But that's what she is seeking, is to live out His purpose for her life. And just to watch her do that with so much just so much joy and so much passion is something that is, as a teacher, it's a real blessing.
I think I learned that I need to not be as hard on myself as I am, like especially in a leadership position. I feel like everyone's watching me, like everyone's looking to like what you're gonna do or what decisions you're gonna make, and I mean, they look up to you as president, so it's a lot of pressure put on you. And I think I just had to realize, like, not everyone's looking at you because you're going to make a mistake. They're looking at you because they're looking up to you, and taking that as a compliment instead of, like, pressure on myself. And just using that leadership position that God put me in to really help the school and make a lasting impact, not just for me, but for class of 2022 when we leave, so that everyone else can remember us and remember, like, what we did as a class for the school.
When she puts her mind to something, whether it's leading with sports or leading in academics at this school or in here leading in the health room, she does it. So what she does is, in that, she carries other people with her. People want to be with her because she is so charismatic. And again, that integrity, like, she says what she does, what she says she's going to do. She accomplishes what she says she's going to accomplish.
You know, at the end of every day, I think her goal is to be able to look in that mirror at the end of the day and say, I gave it everything I could today.
From a volleyball perspective, for her collegiate career, I think having players that are going to work as hard as she does is always going to be valuable. I think coaches always want people that want to come into the gym, that want to work hard, that want to do the things that they have to do in order for them to be successful. But I also think for her, like, as you've seen her grow, as she's developed as a person, as a leader, I think that's going to be super valuable on the college campus. I think she's the type of person that you want to have at her school, that's going to be able to tell people, hey, come along with me. I want to help be a part of growing people, of making people find success, be better people. I think that she's got this capability of drawing people to herself and uplifting them. And whether it's on the court, it's off the court, classroom, work, wherever she's going to be at, there's always going to be a place for a leader like that.